Bryce, and I think Electrician's going to get as well here. They're going to be right as they go up towards Lakon. Electrician go between two of them, they bang wheels, and Vance gets it at the moment. Revo trying to hang it around the outside. He has the inside for the left hand, ready push Electrician back at the moment of a 4-second, but he's not going to have long because Revo has the slipstream. He has the DRS. Going to be very close between the two. Has the inside to the outside. Electrician scored as well. Has done it.
Slow down a little bit, I think. Wolf's still getting Bishop's still doing his second kill into Snich. With kill effect, he's 2 minutes towards short. Unfortunately, getting down with Krakenware. Russ going to get the kill to Carissa. Puts it now in a 1-4 situation. With a lot of Rie's balls. Going to get 2 kills onto the side of Rie's and it's 1v2 situation. Spot the player at Optimus unfortunately does get doing.
There we go. Beautiful. Literally sunk to life.
He's just going in now. It's like he decided, you know what, boys, let me just try. Whatever I can. Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Well played by
The struggle making next to here. But Ghostmaster is on point. What is this? The third? And for the fourth and getting the fourth. What? Some ground for Ghostmaster.
Hello? It was not. Damn, son. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my mic was not on. But I just went through the entire introduction. I hope I didn't miss anything too important. But yeah, so welcome to tonight's stream. Tonight's stream is going to be between Krakenware Gaming and RKTF. To streaming tonight with me is going to be Snich, aka Watch Me Whip. And I just want to quickly go through the lineup for the game. It's going to be on Kraken's side, we're going to have Sledge, Wolfser, Kirito, Void, and Confidential. On the RKTF side, we're going to have FFX, Zetabyte, EXE, Tank Loose, and Invictus. I just want to go through quickly with our sponsors. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. First of all, we've got Utini. Utini has sponsored us with our TeamSpeak servers and game servers. These guys are pretty much an OP company just for gamers. They've rebuilt from the ground up in South Africa. And like I said again, they provide the TeamSpeak and game servers at an excellent esports standard. And then I just want to thank Digital for Jesus, a dedicated Google partner who believe in delivering cost-effective solutions for all of our online needs. They specialize in web development, SEO, and online marketing. So yeah, very big thank you to Utini and Digital for Jesus. Without them, this tournament would not be able to happen. I just want to find out from you guys in the chat if you can hear me, if I'm loud enough, and then also if you can hear Whip. Mark, you just want to speak up there, bro?
Hello, everyone.
Cool. We're going to get jumping right into the action. Let me just find out what the vetoes were. First veto seemed to be they took out Mirage and Cash. They've opted for a Dust 2 and an Inferno. So this is going to be an interesting game. Starting off on the Dust 2, and then we're just waiting for the last two vetoes. Overpass getting taken out. And yeah. So any of you new viewers that are joining us, let me just tell you what the ZAMAJORS is all about. We are a newly created South African esports brand and company. We are a gaming entity striving to grow and develop the scene. We've heard the community and we know that the community is really wanting to grow. We are created by competitive gamers who really have felt the need to step up and listen to what the community has to say, host a tournament for the community that is for the community. We also have multiple tournaments running throughout each year, going from CSGO, Call of Duty, F1, and we've also got many titles that are coming in next year that are going to be included. The ZAMAJORS welcomes all players from beginning to professional. So if you believe that you've got what it takes to compete, then we would love to have you guys. Seems we're going to be climbing into the action soon, and we just got to pick the sides, and yeah, I hope this is going to be a good matchup. Kraken and RKTF managing to get to the semi-finals. This has been a bit of a nail biter for both teams, but we're getting to the point where things are heating up.
Yeah, let's give both the teams a well played for getting this far, semi-finals. So for a good game from both sides.
Seems to be up and working. Anyone in chat, just let us know if there's any problems. We'd appreciate it. Okie dokie, so we're just waiting for both teams to be ready. But this is definitely going to be a huge matchup. On the Kraken side, I've personally versed these guys a couple times. They're quite a well-trained team as it stands. A lot of potential on both teams. In fact, I mean, from Sledge to Void, Clip, also Kirito, Confidential. These guys are really good players. Them on Face It and MM quite regularly. These guys really do play a lot of the game. And even on the RKTF side, they're fielding a couple new players, or newish players. Let me correct myself there. But yeah, it's also good to see some old faces: Invictus, FFX, EXE, Tank Loose. They're really good players too. So this is going to be a wild matchup. And we're just waiting for players to really up. Whip, I just believe you also got a .r here, so we can get the map on the move. Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like RKTF had the first map ban, so it looks like Kraken's going to have the choice of which side they want to start on. RKTF's side seems to be winning suicide. We're just waiting for Invictus. And there we go. Let's see what Kraken opts for. They are definitely going to start on the CT side. This is definitely a CT sided map, and these boys are going to have a tough time against this RKTF side, but it's going to be a matchup to remember. Okay, just waiting for the pause to come out. Good to go. Again, ladies and gentlemen, just give us a shout out if there's any problems with the stream. I do have it open here, so I'll address that issue as quickly as possible. I'm just having a little bit of server issues at the moment. Found out from is looks like we are changing through to Mirage, but I don't believe that is the first map, so I think we just want to change maps and then we're going to change back over to the Dust 2. Just the server's giving us a bit of issues. There we have it. I did not understand why we were reading up on Mirage. Oh boy. It's not boding well. First there's ESCOM giving us issues, and now it's the server giving us issues. Okay, it looks like we're going to be getting into the new server, so we can disconnect here quickly. Just put on the ad quickly. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Don't worry, I will. I'll see. I believe it's the same details. It's the same details. It's reconnecting to the server. It shows here my mic is muted, but it didn't show it. It's okay, not muted. Okay, we're gonna be jumping back soon. Okay, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just waiting for Kraken to connect to the game. Dilemma of all sorts tonight. Hopefully we'll be ready and able to get this game started. Whipp, just don't forget to ready up as well. Knife round is going live. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in business. Of course, RKTF side will be committing suicide just so that Team Kraken can select which side of the map they would like to start. Previously they did want to start in CT, so I do believe they will be going for that pick again. Yeah, so hopefully there's no more issues at the moment. And it looks like there is none. We're going to be climbing into this action. Again, thank you for joining us. This is going to be a matchup between Team Krakenware Gaming and RKTF, aka Royal Knights, the Fraternity. It's going to be a pretty tight matchup. This is the semi-finals, and they are playing for a spot into the finals. Best of 3. And yeah, good luck, have fun to both teams. Hope you enjoy. Cool. So on the CT side, we've got Krakenware. It looks like we're going to be seeing five units of armor, and then on the RKTF side, we've got ZAMAJORS picking up a smoke in double flashes, heading over to the B bomb site. Fully making their way through lower apps. Lowers. Put it at that. Yeah, what are you expecting out of this game, Whipp?
Nice first part of the map. Just 2, nice and even.
We got a
good fun.
Definitely, yeah. Okay, we got Sledge taking off FFX head. The late smoke coming through. Bomb has been dropped down in apps there, and we have got EXE, the last man alive on site, dropping down 2 players on the side, dueling it in 1v3. Managed to find a third player. All up to EXE to kill Kirito and Void Clip. He's got 1 player lurking outside of the B bomb site.
Oh.
But Void Clip manages to find him. And that is the first round in the way of Kraken.
Good first round there.
Yeah, I think that smoke was a little bit delayed there for the RKTF side, so I'm sure someone is going to be berated, but small things to iron out. Kraken going to come through with a couple from masses and double up on the M4. And we're going to see RKTF making their way towards the B bomb side. Looks like they're going for the B rush. No utility coming through from the Kraken side, making the bursting onto the bomb side. Oh my word. And there we have it. We've got EXE and FFX, the last sole survivors on the bomb site. FFX picking up a gun, but not quite being able to use it. And Void Clip and Wolfsall popping through onto the site, managing to take out both players. But RKTF did manage to get the bomb down, so I do expect them to buy up in the upcoming rounds.
Yeah, good holding from Kraken there in the beginning, getting a few good hits in there, and clean up by the rest of the team.
Definitely, I also got to give it to RKTF. They managed on the anti-eco to pull all the way through and managed to get that bomb down. So definitely gonna be an important round for them. They don't want to be reset, and I can say the same for the T side. So RKTF picking up 4 AKs and the AWP, looking to maybe get that pick towards the B bomb side. Vex just peeking through, but Kirito on the A long, managing to find Invictus. Got EXE lurking, just waiting for anyone to push through. Not quite managing to find Woolsaw. And Confidential also managing to take out Z's fighting mid. And FFX not quite managing to win out that duel either in the B bomb side there. Now it's all down to Tank Loose and FFX to try and bring this round around. So we've got a couple of the players from Kraken, they're pushing through, getting information onto where players could potentially be. Not quite communicating with each other where they could possibly be. FFX and Tank Loose sitting in the T-spawn area. Also just patiently waiting for him, knowing that there's a player coming his direction. Tank Loose not quite expecting him. Now it's all down to FFX. Got the AWP and a Dream, not quite managed to catch him out there. The rest of the remaining CT side here is going to wrap around him, try and get as much information as possible, but I think his dreams are going to be cut short quite quickly. He's got the player on all sides of him, and unfortunately Kraken picks up that third round, resetting RKTF. That was a pretty good round there by Kraken, taking individual duels all around the map, and they're coming out on top of those duels.
Yeah, indeed. Good reset. RKTF losing that AWP there. Unfortunate.
Sledge is going to be picking up the AWP now. Let's see if he'll be able to do any damage with it, but he's gonna make his way over to the B bomb side. Got another B sided execute. Looks like they want to wrap through the mid there, but they seem to have been heard by the Kraken side. Okay, he's just patiently waiting. A cheeky boost coming out there by Confidential and Woolsaw. Woolsaw gonna smoke off the mid here, having a little bit of a feeling that they're lurking towards the mid area. That's just a waiting game from RKTF side. Mark making his way up. Now it's just a passive map control there by Kraken, and I think RKTF are just looking to get a little bit of positioning, find a weakness in the defense. But Void Clip managing to take out Zedabat there, taking his head off very quickly. RKTF players spread out a little bit. We'll hear the gun swap being pulled out. Void Clip taking out a second player, doing a phenomenal job holding off that short.
Lovely one tap.
But Tank Loose and Void Clip having a little bit of a duel, no doubt. Confidential taking out EXE. FFX getting dropped at the B bomb site, and that is the round, 4th round over to Krakenware. Really well played. Good hold on the eco. They were aware that they had reset them, so they were making sure they're not too aggressive on any of the pushes. That is the 4th round to them, so really good job by them so far. But now obviously RKTF are able now to pick up a buy again. FFX doing a little bit of damage onto Sledge on the cross in mid, looking for any more potential victims possibly showing themselves. FFX holding very passive angle, waiting for anyone to make their way through. Victus and Zeta are making their way up onto short. They have been mollied off early, so this Kraken side are predicting the movements of RKTF at the moment. So it's just up to RKTF now to kind of disassemble and execute onto a site as a team, see what damage they can do, maybe get that bomb down and force them into a counter attack.
Yeah, we're not seeing too much over rotations from Kraken, which is great, especially this.
It looks like the RKTF boys are pushing up onto the short. Victus not quite finding the mark, and Kirito and also doing a bit of damage there. Kirito is still alive. Zetapai taking off the head of Whipp. ZAMAJORS now doing some damage. Now it's down to Wolfsaw and Confidential to hold down the site. Taking out his team, doing a little damage to his teammate. Spotting a couple heads. And the push is coming up. ZAMAJORS managing to find Confidential. Bomb not quite getting dropped down, but there's a wraparound short and Sledge managing to find him. And it's all down to FFX, and unfortunately Sledge manages to capitalize on the clinch that he has with his teammate and manages to get the frag. Really well played there by Kraken, managing to stop the plant. Good rotations on time. So at the moment RKTF are down 5 rounds, but they will manage to pick up another round of AKs and a bit of util. Let's see what the RKTF side can bring to this round. Maybe they were opting to go for the quick B rush. Maybe figuring out that they got one player over at the B bomb site. Molly being dropped, has spotted out to play the back of site, but Sledge doing lots of damage there. Not finding the second with the on FFX, not quite hitting the mark there, but Voidcliff's backing him up, and Sledge defending that bomb site single-handedly with the backup of Wolfsaw. He stopped the RKTF push in its tracks. Voidcliff made his way towards mid, but Tanklu's not managing to capitalize on it. Now it's Invictus left in a 1v4 situation, and Kirito's going to come around the back and catch him from behind. That's his 6th round for Krakenware. Really well played.
Yeah, lovely sitting back with that orb from Sledge, holding back, waiting for them to come out to him, cleaning it up.
And now we see RKTF pushed into another save round. Invictus picking up a Galil, maybe hoping to do a little bit of damage here. Kirito and Ko making sure that any rush through long is going to be stopped. Confidential taking a duel with Invictus. Invictus coming out on top there, doing a little bit of damage, making their way up short with the rest of his team, but they have been smoked off. He was also sitting in the CT, hearing a little bit of movement on the short side. And if you notice now, you can see Kraken is playing a very passive setup here. They don't have anyone really sitting in the mid position, so they're pretty confident in the ability to defend both sides. Voidclip now dropping down FFX, and now we've got the RKTF boys sitting on the short, hoping to do a little bit of damage there. Invictus getting dropped down, Wolfo managing to win out the duel there. ZAMAJORS dropping Voidclip down a little low, but not quite managing to find the frag. We see the RKTF side about to get clinched on from behind. ZAMAJORS almost finding Sledge's position, but he is going to be surrounded pretty quickly, so he's in a bit of a tight situation, and Kirito will find him promptly. Shut that down. 7-0 to Team Kraken.
I think RKF need to have a little rethink of how they're pushing onto these sites. Sitting on short like that too long with your whole squad, it's a little bit of a slow move, to be honest.
Yeah, I must agree. I think they need to spread out a little bit, play a bit more patiently, get a bit of map control. Information can be passed along. As I say that, Wolfsaw managing to take out Tank Loose, but then EXE returning the favor, deleting Wolfsaw from the server. And it looks like the RKTF side are making their way over to the long side, smoking the crossover. Kirito's waiting at the edge of the smoke, waiting for a duel. He's going to spray down, but not going to quite catch anyone. We see Invictus and Ko making their way up. Invictus getting taken out from the server. ZAMAJORS making his way over. Not quite finding Voidclip, but does manage to take him out eventually. And now it's a 3-on-3 situation. RKTF. Oh, ZAMAJORS managing to find the head of Sledge there. Doing a great job there. Kirito spamming through the smoke, catching EXE. But what a well-timed grenade there by Confidential, taking out ZAMAJORS. The 1v1 situation. RKTF FFX trying now to find the information. He has the orb. Waiting patiently for any peek that's going to come through. Does spot out the player pushing into the smoke. Not quite getting the frag, and Confidential managing to take him down. A very close round there by RKTF to get their first round on the board, but unfortunately Kraken did seem to have that A on lockdown. Good trade frags coming in there by RKTF, so they've got that going in the right direction. They just need to make sure that they can capitalize on that, get the bomb down. Excuse me, and see if they can do something from it. RKTF making their way over to the long side, but Molly and Grenade will shut that push down very quickly. You see Confidential holding a very close angle in the mid. Grenades missing him completely, not quite catching him. He's going to catch a few players, but EXE managing to take him out. Picks up the M4. EXE picking up a second frag, but not quite picking up the third. And then we see the rest of the Kraken side coming through the back line. And Kraken gets shut down on that rotation really quickly. RKTF with a great half force by there. Managing to capitalize on the fact that they know Krakenware is going to try and collapse on them. And they kind of expected that rotation. Great entry frags there by EXE, doing a fantastic job getting through the mid doors there. PD50 versus N4, you know, not the likeliest of battles to win, but he does manage to come through and win it. Close range battle like that with a PD50, you just got to find one tap on the head and the battle's yours, you know.
Yeah, it was good push.
Like I said beforehand, RKTF just making some passive movements around the map, just getting a little bit of control. See Wilson pushing up into the long doors, looking for any noise or push that comes his direction. He wants to shut it down quickly. Now Krakenware can kind of focus their attention on short and the mid control. We've got Sledge over at the bomb site, B bomb site with the Whipp, so we know that any push that comes through, he can kind of fall back on and wait for his teammate to come through.
I think RKTF is taking it a bit too slow again. They're a bit bunched up together. But let's see what they can do with it.
FFX making his way towards long door, waiting patiently, making someone will push him. The Wolf Source sees the shadow and does manage to take him out of the server, finds that early frag, will smoke it off and fall back. Comes out relatively unscathed, dropped a little bit low, but he will be able to fall back onto the long there. Bob now making his way up short, gonna grenade onto the side and maybe take a duel with Whipp. Whipp playing it very passively. And we're gonna see the double peek coming out from the CT boys. Not quite winning out those duels. Tank Loose and Invictus doing some damage onto the side there. Invictus getting taken out there by Tank Loose, unfortunately. Wolfsaw getting dropped down there. EXE coming through with a great AWP frag onto Whipp. They know where one of the players are, but we also got Sledge coming through the back line. Spots out a player. Now it's a 1v1 situation. Invictus not quite managing to get the bomb down in time, unfortunately. So that's another round in favor of Kraken. Really well defended by the Kraken side. I mean, they managed to waste a lot of time there. They kept RKTF on the back foot on that short push. I must commend them on that. Now it's all done.
No over rotations again. Holding the corners, waiting to get some information. It was good holding.
Invictus coming through the long there, but Wolfsword managed to shut it down. And Zetabot unfortunately taking out Tank Loose, but at the same time finding a couple players as well. 2v3 situation now. Zetabot and EXE left to clutch it out. Picked up a Mag 7 and an AK. But looks like they want to wrap around the map. Get a little bit more map control here. Maybe suss out a player. We got Sledge still sitting on the bomb site, and the CTs have just kind of spread themselves out nicely so they can, you know, Confidential can wrap around to whatever site he needs to. So I'm just playing it quietly, passively, holding that control button in. I'm not wanting to make too much noise. They're going to slowly make their way towards the B bomb sites. Maybe catch someone off the Kraken side, being too curious or overextending. But these boys are staying put. They are just holding the angle.
Kraken are holding it down, man. No over rotations. This is what they need. Playing out the time. I think RKTF are playing a bit too slow for this.
Potential. Not quite hearing any movement yet in the mid.
They're just unaware.
Gonna hear the short push. Now Whipp dropping a flashbang, managing to catch one and catch the second, and he takes off both of their heads. Great flash there by him, quite an aggressive one. I think he was staring at the wall there, trying to keep an eye on short and on the long. And it didn't quite react to get that sick flick, but still managed to make it work in his favor. You can see RKTF coming out with 3 AKs and 2 Galils, looking to get into that long early. EXE in the forefront. A great time flash, but Kirito managing to shut off the push there, and so does Wolfsor managing to burn Invictus alive. ZAMAJORS finally managing to find the refrag there, sitting in long, and he's going to peek away just at the wrong time. So timing's not quite in his favor. When we see RKTF making their way up onto short, wanting to get a bit of a presence. They're in a 3v3 situation, looking to find the second round. And unfortunately, Stage managing to find a second, or his first player there. Not quite expecting, but the flick onto ZAMAJORS is phenomenal. And now we've got FFX in a 1v3 situation. It has an AK in hand, but no utility to really work with. Bomb has been dropped in front of the CT spawn. The Void Clip and Co kind of protecting the CT area. They have been spotted out, and Void Clips managed to spam him through the door, managing to find the kills, shut down the RKTF push. And at the moment we're just seeing Krakenware with a really solid defense at the moment. These guys are really pulling out all the stops here. They are having a solid defense, a lot of passive play coming from them. Very disciplined, no one's over rotating or pushing where they shouldn't be pushing, and this is really great Counter-Strike we see. You see
waiting for the information, it's fantastic.
See the RKTF side pushing through. Stage is going to find the first kill there. He has been smoked up, misses a second shot, but will burn the player alive, missing a third shot. Taking now a duel, but now FFX again left in a 1v3 situation is going to manage to probably get this bomb down. He's opting to go for the duel. He has been blinded. He hears the rat coming around. Kirito is ready for him. He's going to try to spray him down. FFX managing to find Kirito, but Void Clip and Wolfsor not far behind. Managed to get the spray in the back. And that's another great round there by Krakenware. Defended that B bomb site quite well. Stage missing a couple of important shots there, but he had backup on his way, so then he managed to do as much damage as possible. Pretty much left RKTF in a 1v4 situation. And we're going to see RKTF moving over towards the A long. Going to be mollied off and burnt alive and naded. Huge damage coming out there onto the RKTF side. Now, RKTF at a huge disadvantage. It is a 4v5, but 2 of their players below 50 HP, 1 player just above it. So these guys have to be really careful and take these duels together. Kirito managing to find 1 kill onto the Invictus, making it the 4v4 situation. Some noise being made towards the B bomb site. Confidential now on the AWP towards the B. We just see a really passive play coming from these guys. What do you think RKTF needs to do to kind of get a bit more map control and start winning these duels?
You know what, I think we need to see a bit more splitting up from them. You know, at least go 2-2-1, get some information out there, get a refrag, and then play it from there. But we're seeing with them moving too slowly all together, a bunch like this. You know, one of the Kraken guys can feed the information, say, look, they're all together, and all they need to do is wait it out.
Yeah, and we're also seeing them rotating at quite opportune times behind, you know, getting those frags. And they're managing to capitalize off of that. Oh, Void Clip getting deleted there by ZAMAJORS. We're seeing a mid-split come through. Confidential not quite landing the shot onto ZAMAJORS. Now he's left in a 1v. Ooh, Confidential with a great grenade there. Hasn't been spotted out. Position has been given away. Confidential sitting alone on the site here, looking to do some damage. Managing to get the frag onto FFX, and he gets ZAMAJORS out as well. Confidential clutching it out alone on the B bomb site, getting 3 Ks. He even managed to get a Kobe onto one of the players there. A really great round there by the Kraken side. Confidential coming out and really just doing some great damage there. And I mean, at the moment, Kraken's economy is not too great at the same time, but I mean, these guys are 13-1 up. This is the last round of the half. Now, RKTF are really looking to do as much damage as possible. We're going to see FFX coming out with the scout. The RKTF boys are going to come through towards the B bomb site. Maybe potentially pick up a frag on that scout. Snich holding an off angle there. not revealing himself too early. Now it's just a waiting game for the RKTF side. Confidential going to make his way deep into the mid. Invictus will win out that duel against Confidential. Good start to the round for the RKTF side. They are looking to get their second round. Any kind of saving grace so that they can make their way over. Sledge alone on the B bomb side, managing to take down Tank Loose, getting a second frag onto Zeta, not quite landing the third shot, gets a third kill, and eventually FFX managing to capitalize on his teammates' downfalls. But the bomb has been dropped into the middle of the B bomb side, and he will be wrapped around from lows. Kirito making his way lows. See if FFX will manage to pull off the headshot. He has been spotted out. He does manage to win out that duel with Kirito. And then we see the Kraken boys were going to go for that push into uppers, and then they back off a little bit. FFX got just under 40 seconds to work with. Maybe make his way through mid and clinch around the site, but 2v1 situation. Got Void Clip on the open window. Not looking in the right direction. Here's the player moving up. FFX making his way up. Catches one player, but Wolf's managing to take out FFX, clotheslines him from the side. And that's a great half there by the Krakenware side. Ending the half 14-1. And now we're going to see RKTF on the CT side. And let's see if they will be able to bring this back around. I've got high hopes for them. This is a pretty hard map for Tees to get control of the map. So if RKTF can keep up quality defense, then we can maybe see a turnaround for them.
Yeah, if RKTF can take something from the previous round, you know, be like Kraken, just sit it back up, get information, play with information. Don't over-rotate.
5 players bursting out the long. We taking down 2 players. Invictus alone on the short, managing to catch 1 player, but not quite managing to do the job there. Tanklus taking a bit of a fight there on long. Catching Void Clip out, and we left in a 2v3 situation. Kraken did manage to get the bomb down, and we've got FFX wrapping around the back of long. He's going to spot out a player in the goose position, but Kirito's got the upper, got the advantage, and Tanklus not managing to quite take a duel between 2 players and come out the victor there. Great aggression there by the Krakenware side, and this is not looking too good now that RKTF have been forced into buying, and it's not going to be a very strong buy. Kirito picking up an AK, and the rest of his team picking up SMGs. And making their way over to the B bomb side. We are going to see Tanklus holding a bit of a close angle here. Not going to quite get flashed out. Taking a duel there, not quite winning out that duel, leaving Sledge on 22 HP. Invictus managing to take a duel and a win in mid there. But FFX left alone on the bomb site, and Void Clip coming through onto the site. Not quite managing. 3v3 situation. We've got Invictus in the window, managing to take out Sledge, who was on low HP. Kirito taking out Zettabyte, but EXE coming through, spotting a player out, and now Confidential is left in a 1v1 situation against EXE. Both players on full HP, gonna bait out the bomb. And that is the map, boys. GG well played to the Kraken side, 16-1. A really strong showcase coming out from the Kraken side. Sledge and Void Clip doing some great Counter-Strike here. These guys are really pulling it through.
Yeah, great work between mid and holding B. I mean, both of them holding it quite nicely, able to allow one to go down, then to take over his position and hold it quite. It was good stuff.
It definitely has been good stuff. You can see the map be changed to Inferno now. And I presume that RKTF is going to be doing some brainstorming now. They just need to find out where their weaknesses at the moment, where their downfall is on the map. I think going into the knife round, they are going to try and get that CT side if possible. That would be the optimal way to start this map if they want to bring this back. Otherwise, Kraken is going to start running away with this, and RKTF are now in the position where they definitely have to pull out the stops in their gameplay, make sure that they're coming through strong, they're attacking the sites together, and they're getting those refrags.
Yeah, I think if Kraken get the CT side, I think from what we just saw in the previous game, is going to benefit them. You know, they've got good holding potential. And if they run with it again, I don't know what we're going to see after that. I think RKTF need to get onto site if they're playing in T, work together, get those utilities down and work with it, make it a quick setup.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what RKTF brings to the table now to kind of bring things around, make sure that they can take this map away. Includes being cheeky there with the fire. Just waiting for the boys to ready up. So while we wait for them, we'll be back in a couple minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Just hold on, and we'll be right back into the action. Players are now starting to get ready now, so we're just waiting for them to ready up. Once everyone's ready, looks like everyone's going. Whipp, just make sure you're ready up as well. We're just waiting for more players. Up. Come on, Alt Tab. Yeah, Alt Tab now and now. There we go. And we are jumping straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the RKTF side on the T side, going into the knife round now. RKTF definitely wanting to come through here and win this knife round. Managing to take out two players, now it's becoming a melee in the mid here. And now we've got EXE left in a 1v4 situation, being swamped over by the Krakenware side. And Krakenware confidently taking away the knife round. And of course, Krakenware were looking to start on the CT side. This is in general a CT side map. Lots of space to defend from, a lot of angles to hold and fall back onto. So RKTF just need to be careful going into this round.
Yeah, like I said, seeing them taking the CT, they're going to be holding that side, holding those angles. RKTF need to get those utilities out and play it quickly.
Definitely, I must agree with you there. So now it looks like RKTF are picking up four players with body armor, and Invictus opting to go for the PD-50 and the grenade. They're going to make their way up top mid, and Kraken's opting to go for that stack on the B bomb side, and it's not going to be paying off. Also finding Invictus's head, taking it off. Got Kirito alone on the bomb side, and it looks like RKTF have managed to now close up on the bomb side. They will be closed upon very quickly. Also making his way into chains there. ZAMAJORS trying to take a duel with him, doing a little bit of damage, dropping him a bit low. Sledge managing to find FFX, managing to find a second frag there. And it's a 2v3 situation. 2v4 situation. EXE and ZAMAJORS doing plenty of damage. Confidential alone on the bottom side. Not quite finding him, and ZAMAJORS closing up the round. Great round there by RKTF. Kraken not quite able to bring in that first round. Was a very close 1v1 situation at the end of the round there, but well played to RKTF there in getting that bomb down and getting that initial round going into this game. So it's definitely a good start for them.
Yeah, definitely, and lovely taps.
It's a great improvement on what we saw last round, so already things are starting to look up. Also going to just do a drive-by in mid, looking to maybe catch someone off guard, getting dropped, catching a little bit of a grenade there. We see the RKTF side making their way up banana, gonna get aggressive here. Got two players defending on the B bomb side. And ooh, FFX finding Woolsaw with the great frag in second mid into apps. And we got Void Clip on side trying to defend it away from 4 players, not quite managing. And just like that, RKTF have managed to secure the B bomb site. They will manage to get the bomb down, and it's left to Kirito in confidential 2v5 situation. I think they will opt to save their weapons that they have and maybe just look for exit frags. And that's another round in favor of RKTF. It's a great second round by them.
Yeah, good movement. Good to see the improvement.
Just passively waiting. No aggression really being displayed here by the Krakenware side. Oh, I think that the mic might have been muted. I hope it wasn't. I do apologize if the mic was muted, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still new at this and trying to work out the kinks and problems that I come across, but two great rounds there by RKTF, and now we see Krakenware buying up. We got 5 M4s coming out their way, a little bit of util coming out as well. Now we're going to see if they will be able to force the RKTF T attack back, or if they're going to be reset here, and they got to be really careful here. We're going to see Wolfso getting boosted up onto the ducky here, opting to go even onto the little balcony. I don't even know what that's called. The little flower pot balcony. Don't see that boost often. Kirito and company on A are just playing it passively. On Invictus and Zettabyte just holding outside apps, maybe waiting to see if someone aggresses. By holding in a very aggressive angle just outside the exit of apps. Movement will be made. Kirito is prepared, boosted up top, not managing to find the first duel there. And now it's left to confidential, managing to find 2 players, will find the third, taking down the bomb carrier. And now it's FFX left alone in a 1v3 situation again. And he's just waiting patiently for his teammate, for one of the Kraken guys to show face. We've got Sledge wrapping around here. Will they peek him? Yes, they will, and they will catch him with a grenade in his hand, and the grenade not quite finding confidential. And that is the first round on the board there for Krakenware. And they managed to do quite a lot of damage there to the RKTF side. RKTF will manage to, they didn't force up that round, so they will manage to force up AKs and an AWP on FFX. And let's see what these boys can do now with the AKs and the AWP on hand. Krakenware going for a triple stack. Will he find the player? Not quite. Almost managing to land that headshot. Zettabyte now waiting outside. Also looking for a little bit of information. Not going to quite make his way through the apps there. He has been heard. He's just lurking for information. Zettabyte playing it very smart. Holding the angle. A good spread across the map there by the RKTF side. Zettabyte turning his back at the wrong time, also doing a little bit of damage but taking a lot more in return. RKTF has an inkling that there might be more than one player. Invictus managing to win out that duel against Wolfsaw. Krakenware are going to be pushed off the corner. Kirito walking through the molly, through the fire and flames. He goes, but Invictus managing to find the frag. And now we've got Confidential again alone on the A bomb side. Changing up his position, very smart play here. Making them very aware. Doing damage onto 2 players, finding them, he gets the third onto EXE. And now he's a one-man army at the moment. FFX not managing to catch him. Confidential running out of bullets and not managing to capitalize on and get the ace there. But really well defended by Confidential on the A bomb side. That was phenomenal. Frags coming out there. Not all the angles being cleared.
We've seen good play from Confidential, making smart plans, moving around, getting the frags.
At the moment, Kraken's players, they have great positioning. RKTF are not quite managing to predict where they're going to be sitting. And now it's going, Tank Loose is going to burn alive. And Sledge managing to pick up that burn victim. Not picking up EXE, deleting both players, making their way up. 2v2 situation now. Good. EXE and ZAMAJORS on the B bomb site will manage to get the bomb down. EXE doing great work here on the entry frags. Got the AK in hand. ZAMAJORS with a P250 looking to do a little bit of damage, but now we've got Kirito and Confidential looking to recapture this B bomb site and clear all the angles together. All the angles will be held. ZAMAJORS taking a bit of damage. Manages to find EXE. And ZAMAJORS coming out with the P250, managing to find both players, catching Kirito in the corp, taking him out, and managing to frag out again onto Confidential. Great save there by ZAMAJORS, really good play there. And a great execute up of Banana, good aggression, managed to find both of the players with the either grenade out or, you know, not quite holding an angle together to refrag each other. And they got punished for it. 2-3 in favor of RKTF. It's definitely already looking a lot better than the Dust 2 map. Now we see RKTF just coming out with a passive hold. Kraken is going to opt for 4 deagles and 5-7. EXE is making sure to spray around corners. But a quadruple setup on the B bomb site. I don't think RKTF is quite aware of it. They will double smoke off that CT, quite unnecessary, but now we're going to see the Kraken boys. Will they be able to defend this? EXE doing great work there. Finding another player. Will get taken out, and this is starting to look a bit dire for the RKTF side, not expecting the stack on the B bomb side. FFX just doing a little bit of damage onto Sledge jumping across there. Now, Kraken boys do have bomb on site. Only picked up 1 AK. FFX wary of the wraparound from behind. Little does he know he's going to be running into huge amount of opposition. He sees the boost. He must be aware now that there's 2 players at least. He's starting to run out of time. 1v3 situation here. 2 players low, so this is definitely possible and doable for you. Play on Fountain not being quite spotted out. Dropping the play down. Gets 1 frag onto Sledge, and he has been dropped down. He's got 10 seconds left on the board. Whipp and Confidential super low, but they are opting to waste as much time as possible. FX going to run straight past Confidential, and he will be sidelined from the back. Confidential, and that is a great save round there by Krakenware.
Yeah, we saw a great setup on B side from Kraken. Opted just to sit back, get the refrags, work together. It was good stuff.
And I mean, that's a great round to win actually on the anti-eco. I mean, they've completely reset the RKTF side. They are not able to buy up, and yeah, and they picked up a couple of AKs as well. So like, you really see Wolfsall capitalizing with that AK, doing great damage in the B apartments. You will spot out a player jumping across, I'm sure. Does spot him out, but ZAMAJORS as well managing to find him and not managing quite to collect the frag there. We're still playing very aggressive in the apps here. Oh, getting dropped down to 23 HP. FFX wanting to maybe shut down that push that he will go through there. EXE and Invictus not winning the duel against Whipp there at the bottom banana, and Whipp's managed to secure the bomb. Kirito missing a bit of his spray there. And FFX jumping to the smoke there, not expecting the reposition to come through. ZAMAJORS left in the 1v4 situation, running out of bullets, and will have to whip out the knife, but Wolfsall is quick to shut him down. Great round there by Kraken. RKTF not quite in the economic standpoint to force up again. I think they're going to probably go for the armor pistol strat. maybe expect a B rush coming up. And it looks like they're going for the second mid rush, looking to get aggressive in that A apps.
I think we need to see RKTF utilize some smoke some more.
Great smoke coming out there by Kirito. Does he expect the rush? Yes, he does. He hears them running through. Managed to find Zetabite and Invictus, doing a little bit of damage onto Kirito, but managing to shut down that push. Thankless and the rest of the boys managing to pull through there, picking up the frag, but now they've been smoked off on Confidential, managing to punish FFX for that aggression. We'll manage to find the second player and the third, and Voidclub just cleaning up into the A apartments, doing a great job. Now RKTF being put a little bit on the back foot here. They are 2 rounds down, but they are now going to be forcing up into this round. FFX going to be picking up that orb, hoping to maybe catch that player in second apps. Will we see a push coming into second apps? Not quite yet. Players have been mollied off and naded off of that stairs position, so not quite able to capitalize on that. Whipp and Sledge just dropping a bit of util down on the banana, keeping them at bay, forcing the RKTF side to just get a little bit of their util out, you know, kind of make them scared to peek a corner, make them wary of those corners, and potentially bait out as much utility as possible. You do still see a smoke and a splash on both Sledge and Voidclip on the B bomb side here. So they will be able to stop any push that comes to Voidclip with a smoke in hand, waiting for Sledge's contact. It's just holding the angle, waiting for someone to thankfully, little does he know he's on the edge of death here if Sledge can nail his shot. Like the RKTF boys are setting up for the B bomb site. They are looking to execute here. Do not spot out the player. He is blind. Going for the spray. And it looks like Voidclip seems to have DC'd or something. A little bit more of server difficulty. Sledge not making the shot and getting dropped down with the HE grenade. Taking grenade, not quite finding its mark. Krakenware put on the back foot now. Trying to walk through the B bomb site here and make their way through. Bomb has been dropped. Sledge missing a second shot there. By finding another frag. Sledge and Kirito left to fade out there, and FFX left in a 1v1 situation against Sledge. Sledge on 23 HP. Will molly off, smoke off the bomb. There he goes. Ooh. Oh no. Is he gonna do it? Yes, he does. Sledge managing to ninja the fuse in the bomb, in the smoke. Really well played there. It looks like Voidclip did disconnect. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of us are being affected by the load shedding that HCOM has kindly graced us with in the middle of summer. So he might be affected by it. Let me just check up. This might work out in the favor of RKTF side. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like unfortunately Voidclip has load shedding, but we do have a sub replacement coming into the game. Like you see devs coming through.
Yeah, it's just one of those unfortunate things there.
Yeah, it is quite unfortunate. The African electricity company for you. Nothing we can really do about it. Do feel for Voidclip. No one else has to experience the load shedding at all tonight. It'll be quite a pain to deal with. Both sides will probably have discussed the load shedding schedule, and we are hoping that we can get this game done before 11 o'clock. Just some people are scheduled, but who knows if that schedule will work. In any case, we are just waiting for the 5th player of Krakenware to reconnect. They have made me aware that They have a sub coming. And we have devs reconnecting to the game. And we should be climbing right back into the action, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, apologies for the load shedding and for the delay that it has caused us. We will not let that stop us, and we will be climbing right back into the action. There's 6-3 in favor of Krakenware at the moment. RKTF will be able to buy out this round. They did manage to get the bomb down. FFX opting for a very aggressive push. He sees the player on the angle and managing to catch out Sledge early into the round, dropping him down, leaving devs alone on the B bomb site there. Victus making some good work out in the apps there, also managing to drop down Sledge. And we see Krakenware now in a 3v5 situation. Wolf's holding an off angle, but he has been smoked off. Looking to crawl his way through smoke here. Little does he know he's going to be walking into 3 players with their back turns towards him. He's going to make his move sooner or later. Here he goes. He sees the bomb planter. He's making his way through. Smartbite managing to spray down the bomb planter, and ZAMAJORS managing to catch him off guard. And now it's all up to devs in a 1v5 situation. He will be saving the AWP as his economy is horrible, to say the least. Let's see if he will, if RKTF is going to hunt him. RKTF is going to play it passively. At the moment, it looks like they're just opting to slowly clear corners, make their way up into mid. Yeah, into mid and T spawn, CT spawn. Kind of wrap around. It's just holding a nice, neat angle around back of family. Managing to find Invictus. EXE making his way over, and in devs with the insane flick onto EXE, managing to shut him down. And that's another round in favor of RKTF. A really great round there. Invictus and FFX managing to take the initiative. And oh, sorry, that's girlfriend phoning. In any case, so we are going to see Kraken on kind of a force buy on Woolsaw, and some Deagles and armor coming over. They're looking to do as much damage as possible. Devs making his way over to the B bomb site. Going to hold it passively with the AWP and see what damage he can do with it. The rest of RKTF making their way over into the apps. Waiting for Woolsaw to show his face, and Woolsaw taking his head off and deleting him from the server. Not gonna quite get caught out by the second player there. A great grenade coming out of Tank Loose. Gonna catch the head of ZAMAJORS. Gonna catch the head of Tank Loose, doing insane damage. But Invictus managing to pull through for the RKTF side and return the trade frag there. It's now a 2v4 situation. And we've got Kirito crawling through the apps, gonna find the AK. Crawl through, managed to do some damage, but he got the auto pickup. Unfortunately, he's gonna walk into the crosshair of Invictus and get deleted. And we've got a V2 situation. Like the RKTF boys are going to be heading down towards the B bomb site, slowly crawling their way up. Are you still there with me, Whipp? Whipp, hello? Yes, no?
Hello, sorry.
I thought you had disconnected or also dropped out with load shedding. Unfortunately, we're going to see Sledge taking on another player. FFX alone now with the AWP. We see the Kraken side just really playing it passively now. Holding a close angle, Dev sitting on site, and like Confidential is playing it passively too. FFX just opting to save that AWP spawn. And that's going to be forcing RKTF into a really weak buy there. They will pick up a Galil and an SMG or two. Other than that, a little bit of utility and the AWP saved, and Krakenware straight back into a very strong buy coming from them. 1 AK, 3 M4s, and oof, FFX eating a grenade for breakfast, and Tank was managing to capitalize on Woosaw's aggression over into second mid and apps. He will punish him for it. Now it's a 4v5 situation in favor of RKTF. Tank is going to slowly make his way into apps. For Kirito and Confidential defending that bomb site, and we've got Sledge alone on the B bomb side because EXE has taken out devs, and he will fall back, but he will hear the wrap around. But oh no, we've got Confidential falling off of his position, but he is not aware there's going to be players holding the angle close by him. He whips out a grenade, and ZAMAJORS not quite capitalizing, but ZAMAJORS does have the bomb. He does need to be careful, and he is not good. Ooh, I've got hiccups. Apologies. He's not going to be dropped down. Tank loose, managing to find Kirito after Kirito drops down Invictus, and it looks like Kraken are going to be reset again. So that's a great like half anti-eco there by the RKTF side, and making sure that they are able to at least get another round on the board there before the half ends. And it looks like we're going to be 7-5 in the half now.
Yeah, good off by RKTF there.
It's not quite over yet, but we've got 3 rounds left. Like Sledges. Got a good idea. Will he click? Oh, he just misses. ZAMAJORS and EXE making their way. We've also got FFX making his way up Banana. No, the player is on the B bomb side, wanting to wrap on him, and Sledge is now left. He misses the shot. Now he's going to be pushed now. EXE managing to find that frag. Will pick up the AWP. Secure double AWP there for the T side. I'm not too certain if that's the greatest weapon to have on the T side. You do need to be quite aggressive, but let's see if they can make it work. Kraken now again forced into a save round. Taking 3 players over to the B bomb site. They are just looking to capitalize now. EXE getting touched with that deagle. Wolfsaw not quite finding the frag, but managing to do a little bit of damage. And we've got a great default setup coming here from the RKTF side. They're just really making their way around the map, getting a little bit of map control. Going to clear those angles with a little bit of utility. Do they know that the Kraken side is on us? Wait and see. Invictus getting deleted by Wolfsaw. Great frag there, doing lots of damage onto ZAMAJORS. Wolfsaw just finding the one tap, and like I said at the beginning of this game, all you have to do is on the CT side, you fall back to a new angle, and there we have Confidential finding a great frag there, but ZAMAJORS making sure to shut him down. Doesn't want any more damage done onto his team. But then we got Wolfsaw rushing through the smoke, and EXE managing to come around just to survive that barrage of deagle shots. Take him out. Obviously Kraken in the 2v3 situation. 2 players super low, collectively on 19 HP. FX the only one with 100% HP here. It's completely doable for the Kraken side, but I don't think that they want to go for the Sledge optic to not move out the Banana, just wanting to make sure that punish anyone that's overly aggressive. But the RKTF side will have to get off the bomb pretty early if they don't want to die. Devs, I think he knows that, so he's going to wait patiently. Timing to look away is not in his favor, and FFX will manage to find the frag onto him. EXE might get dropped low now, and he manages to survive on 2 HP. And we've got ZAMAJORS only taking damage, 1 tick of damage. And that's a great round there by RKTF. They managed to punish them on the save bar, and that's exactly what they need to keep up. They didn't fall for the trap of pushing into a stacked B. They just made sure to play and make patient plays and go from there. Kraken are going to be forced into the final round of the half bar. Are going to be saving this round. Getting very aggressive down on the Banana. Dev's finding one kill onto Invictus. Kirito's finding a second player. Killing ZAMAJORS. EXE managing to close it up, but Wolfsaw coming through the mid. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Kraken have managed to turn this round around. And now we're going to see Kirito creeping through the apps there. Gonna find FFX's head. We've left Tank Louis left in a 2v1 situation. The opponents both have armor and are relatively high HP, so this is not looking great in his favor, but if he plays this right, definitely get the 7th round on the board there for the RKTF side. But Kirito coming behind, making the ninja plays, and will manage to take him down. Great round there by Kraken on the anti-eco there, crashing down that banana, getting the early round frags and putting a lot of pressure onto the T side in mid. That's really well played by them.
Yeah, I think they're working off the previous round knowledge of how the RKTF guys are playing. Went for the quick fast push down B, got the weapons they needed.
I think they realized that RKTF are not making a big presence in the mid. About not finding the mark, but they punished them for it. So that was really well read there by the Kraken side. I mean, it is a gamble and a save round, so the worst thing that happens is you lose it, but you can still buy up next round. And lo and behold, they were granted 2 delicious AKs to work with. This is the last round of the half, ladies and gentlemen, so we definitely want to see what the RKTF can do with this round. Dev's holding a very tight angle there. Coffins, so that it can punish anyone pushing through. The waiting game for both sides. Return, super low HP, going with the pre-fire spray. Pull back a little bit now. FFX looking the wrong way. Woolsaw with the deagle out. And FFX will manage to find him, cut him down. Sledge might have DC'd as well. Oh shit. Yeah, there goes Sledge. Oh, what? That is unfortunate for the for Kraken side. These guys are just not lucky this evening. Second player going down. Let me investigate here. That is the round and a half there in favor of RKTF. Edge is offline, so this is not looking good. Find out if it's a load shedding or not. This is going to be really unfortunate if it is. I don't know if Kraken... Oh, snap. Yeah, that's load shedding. That is unfortunate. Let's see if they have a sub. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is just South African things, you know. First world country for what? Scheduled power outages are not always scheduled. Waiting to see if Kraken will be able to come through, and we are just left waiting for now, ladies and gentlemen. So for now, I'm just gonna cut to a short advertisement break, and I'll be with you as soon as we have any developments. Oh, that is unfortunate.
That's super unfortunate.
Imagine my power to go out right now. I think I'll be cursing. And looks like we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Sledge either made some very quick phone calls to Escom and tucked them out, or he pulled out the generator or something, but he seems to be back. And we are into the first round of the second half of the second map. RKTF now are going to be on the CT side. We're going to be seeing RKTF picking up some P250s, utility, and even a PZ. This is definitely going to be an interesting round. You're going to see a triple stack over on the A, and let's see what Kraken's got. They've got 4 players armor, 1 player picking up the utility. Utility not being used quite as it should. Wolfswolf smashing Kirito in the back of the head, but he also managed to pick up the frag onto Tank Blues. These guys are running over the guys on A side at the moment. Victor's looking to find some frags and see if he can do any damage here. EXC is going to be rushed on by Kirito. Will not manage to find the frag, and Kirito takes him out. And Zetabite managing to take out Kirito at the same time. And Zetabite in a 1v4 situation, and Confidential jumps around the corner and takes his head off. Really well played there.
Great team execution onto A there.
Yeah, that was a really fast mid push there by the Kraken side. The utility not quite dispensed as I'm sure that they wanted it, but they made it work in their favor. Made sure they had the numbers going into each corner, and we just saw the CT side dropping one by one. EXE picking up just one grenade, but he's going to eat 2, and Invictus is going to get dropped down to 50 HP, and we see a really fast push again coming by the Kraken side. FFX in a very tight and bad situation. He's going to get dropped below, and it looks like EXE will manage to find 1 player and dink another player, and he's in a bit of a tight situation here. And now we're in a 3v3 situation, so RKTF managing to make the best of a bad situation here. These sides knowing there's 1 player here wrapped around, and they will find the B bomb side player and will make their way towards the B bomb side. And it's just a 2v3 situation here, but I don't know if Zetabite or Tank Juice want to take any fights here. Zetabite making his way up Banana, maybe hoping to catch a player off guard, but Wolfsaw's on the prowl, staying true to the name. He's looking for a frag here. Will he clear the angle? No, he's just going to sit and wait it out. Return Wolfsaw, expecting. They know. Patience is the name of the game. Playing it passively. Will be a 10th round for Kraken. Jumping around the corner. Will Wolfsaw check his close angle? No, he is opting to go to the CT. We've got Tank who's holding an angle, and Devs flicking over, managing to find him and delete him very promptly. Zetabite left alone. 1v3 situation. He's not having any of it. He just wants to save it, and not saving much, but the second round. We could be seeing RKTF forcing up this round, or opting to just go for the pistol body armor save. Yep, looks like the pistol body armor save is going to be pulled through, and they just want to do as much damage as possible. Maybe pick up on those SMGs, but those SMGs are also going to work in the favor of Kraken, because they're just going to chow through any armor they have. Zetabite eating a grenade, and he will manage to find 1 kill, but Kraken, Devs on Kraken side is managing to delete both players on the B bomb side. Quick rotations coming through by the CT side, making their way over, but Invictus managing to get flashed out, and just like that, Kraken have managed to secure the bomb side. Will get that bomb down. Did Invictus hear him? Yes, he did. Managed to take down the AK, doing very good damage there, and Sledge managing to take out Invictus. There's finding FFX and deleting him from the server. Tank Boost is now left in a 1v3 situation. Will he be able to do as much damage as possible? We're gonna have to see. Falling back to a little bit of a safer angle, but he's being pushed by Sledge. Ooh, and that spray down manages to find Sledge's head, but now we've got Confidential coming on the wrap. And we're not expecting Dev to be around that corner so soon, and a really good round there by Kraken. Krakenware, bro. Krakenware. Yeah. So Kraken definitely coming through, being quite dominant going into this T side. We will see the RKTF side now picking up 2 AWPs and 3 M4s. I can't believe I said ooh, and FFX headbutting a grenade. A lot of damage coming out onto him. And we just see a really passive play coming from Kraken. They're getting a lot of banana control, so not quite passive, but they're not extending too far. That AWP of EXE has been spotted out. EXE not quite finding the frag there, looking to see if he can delete him from the server. They've got Wolfsaw, and they've managed to pull this entire rotation apart. But 3 players, but ZAMAJORS not being checked by Wolfsaw, and Victor's managing to find out confidential. FFX spotting the player, and a great flick there by FFX, managing to find Debs. But Sledge coming through the apartment balcony, managing to find FFX, and Tank looks to punish Kirito for the aggression in mid. But now Sledge is in a 1v4 situation, an AK, a smoke, and a flash to work with. I've seen him pull out these clutches. It is possible. He managed to find EXE. Tank Loose is quite low. He's not managing to take off the shot, but Invictus is wrapped around him. Little does he know that Sledge is pulling up, and Tank Loose spotted that shoulder, and Sledge managing to capitalize and pick up that bomb. 1v4 situation. It's ace or nothing effectively for Sledge, and so far he's making it look really winnable. Invictus made noise on the bomb site now, so Sledge knows there's a man on the bomb site. It's not going to work well for Invictus. Invictus looks away at the wrong time. Sledge on the bomb site now, making some noise. Falling over to his teammate. Bomb is being planted. Falling up, getting into the corner here. Sledge catches him and gets the 4th kill. Invictus not quite managing, and now it's up to ZAMAJORS in a 1v1 situation. Sledge is on. He spots him out, and Sledge with the 5k ace. Oh my goodness, wow, this guy is a god. Really well played there by Sledge. A 1v4 situation. I mean, it was a 2v5 at one point, but he managed to find the first frag. Teammate got dropped low, and Sledge just coming out with the outright insane plays. He played it really smart, played for that information, and I mean, he just clutched an entire round by himself, and he forced the entire RKTF side into a full save round now.
Yeah, I can imagine that RKTF are a bit upset that he managed to get his power back on.
You can say that again. RKTF dispensed a lot of utility down mid in Banana, trying to do as much damage as possible, but Kraken were none the wiser. Wolves are flicking around, oh my god! Catching FFX through the wall. Oh, holy shit, the Kraken side is just now starting to roll over the RKTF side, looking really strong coming out onto the A-bomb side. And this is starting to really heat up for the Krakenware side. Kraken boys are full of confidence at the moment, taking fights. And I mean, just holy shit! I can't even express that flick there. That 180 Wolfsaw just deleting FFX to the wall. That was insane. So being a little cheeky on the bomb site there. Now it's left to EXE and ZAMAJORS. ZAMAJORS got the angle. He's gonna spot out a player that's completely blinded, but he doesn't know there's a second player. Or did he hear him? Kirito hearing him, and ZAMAJORS finding a 2k on the B bomb site here, picking up the SG. Holding the angle. He's going to fall back just as the timing is wrong. He's going to see a second player, but now he's in a lot of trouble. And confidential just before the time runs out, and managing to take out ZAMAJORS. What a great round there by Krakenware. Holy moly, guacamole. Okay, and we've got RKTF picking up one AWP, and we're going to be taking that AWP over towards the mid side. The rest of the players picking up some silent M4s and a normal M4. But we've got a very strong aggression coming out from Devs on the Banana here. Is he going to push through the smoke? Yes, he is. But the RKTF side just managing to fall back onto side. ZAMAJORS and his teammates managing to fall back. Who is he with? EXE. Making a little bit of noise there. A lot of mollies and utility. Wolfsaw now. No rotation has come through from the RKTF side. So this is actually really great. You can see FFX not quite managing to land the shot in mid. Will he find him? Yes, he will. Great pick there by RKTF onto Sledge. Ah, not RKTF, FFX, man. This is a great round so far in favor of RKTF. They've played it really smart. They haven't over-rotated. EXE managing to find the lurker Wolfsaw on the B bomb site. Now it's a 3v 3v5 situation here. Confidential falling up and he finds his head. Oh my goodness. Tank is on the bomb side, but he gets deleted as well. And that is a 2v3 situation now. Managing to get the bomb down. Devs and Confidential. FFX patiently waiting, creeping around the angle, mate, just wanting to try and get around the corner and maybe that frag. The Kraken boys playing it very patiently, holding tight angles. Confidential holding angle. Will FFX walk into it? Three players are going to walk into that angle. One player is going to reveal himself. Dev's playing alone, and he's around the corner, and EXE is going to make his way across and going to take off Dev's head. A great round there by RKTF, managing to win the round, the 8th round on the board for them. And that was a great round there by RKTF. Like I must say, some good picks coming out from Tankluis, FFX, EXE, doing some phenomenal work there on the A bomb side and the B bomb side. And that rotation didn't come out prematurely. I think they suspected the B bait coming and reacted accordingly.
Yeah, smart play by RKTF, sitting back on A, waiting for them to come.
I mean, now Kraken is now on a half bar. Two players picking up the AKs. A lot of utility coming down the B banana side, and also eating a little bit of a HE there. But now we've got Tankluis. He's in a very aggressive position, and he's going to be flooded if he's not careful. And Kirito with the filthy 1v, and see Confidential and sorry, not Confidential, Sledge just avoiding that Molotov and being pincered. Now we've got Invictus around on the balcony side, and RKTF now in a lot of danger here. Spots out a player in the apps. And Sledge managed to come out on top in that duel, and now it just looks like RKTF are going to want to take as many duels as possible on the bomb side, but Yazita is just not taking a duel that's in his favor. Now RKTF in a 1v4 situation, they are running out of rounds to work with here. I mean, Kraken did have a save, or not a save, but a half bar this round, and they managed to make it work. So RKTF need to reassess the situation at the moment. EXE coming out with a 6 break, but he's going to get sidelined by Confidential, and that is a 14th round in favor of Krakenware. RKTF now in a load of trouble now. They are forced to save this round, or buy up as much as they can, but if they lose this round, they're going to be on the back foot here on the 15th round. Things are not looking very good for RKTF at the moment, but they can definitely maybe do something to change it up. But Invictus pushes that mid and prematurely gets deleted from the server. And we see Tankluis getting aggressive in the apps, and that's already 2 players down. It is starting to fall apart here for the RKTF side. FFX alone on the site. Not FFX. Yeah, it is FFX. He's alone on the site. Almost managing to take out Confidential, but Dev's taking him out early. And now we've got 2 players on the CT side fighting to keep their team alive. EXE making good work. Still got my hiccups there. Making good work up in mid. Now these players looking to work together. Leaderbot crawling into a trap here. Ooh, Nelly, and Wolfsville manages to find him, and Dev's managing to take out EXE at the same time. 15th round on the board for Team Krakenware, and this is match point and game point. So RKTF are forced to, they have like no economy to work with. This is not looking good for them. They're forcing up as much as they can. This is match point for their tournament life at the moment. Dev's having to go and collect that bomb. That grenade damage is disgusting. And now Kirito has been dropped down low as well, so he's done a lot of good damage there. But Kirito gonna burn some players alive. And I mean, Wolfsville's already wrapped around. Is he gonna find? He's gonna find a player. Third EXE. Leaderbyte's already left the server. I think this is preemptive GG being called. EXE. Tankluis doing good work there, but Sledge finding him through the smoke, and now it's just up to EXE to draw out this win. And can he do it? No, Sledge manages to lead him out. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen, what a great game coming out there by Krakenware. Really well played to them. RKTF not quite managing to draw out the victory in the second map. GG well played to both teams. And that was yeah, absolutely great CS coming out from both sides. Krakenware displaying phenomenal CS there. We're just going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back. I'm going to see if I can drag one of the Kraken boys in for an interview. Computer, why you gotta troll me?
Connected. You were moved.
How's man? How you doing?
What's up, dude? How you doing, man?
Lekker, man. Really well played to you guys there. It was a strong display of CS there from you guys.
Yeah, thanks, dude. It was a bit like a rough with all the load shedding and stuff happening, but we kind of like pulled it together and just did what we had to do.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I saw you also had a little bit of issues. Now tell me, what was your thoughts going up into this matchup?
Well, like obviously we want to win this event, so we're just taking it one step at a time, one opponent at a time. We kind of knew that they liked cash, so we just banned that cash and just banked on our skill on the other maps. And even though we don't play Dust, we kind of just relied on aim, and it worked out pretty well in the end.
Yeah, I mean, on that Dust, you took it away 16-1, so that was definitely a really strong start for you guys. I mean, after that first map, what was going through your guys' minds?
We all just calm. We didn't really overthink it too much. Only got a bit rough once Dev just joined, because obviously he just tried to jump straight into it. But other than that, we were just all calm heads and just playing the game.
Yeah, well, you guys definitely. I mean, even Dev was like, as soon as he got a little bit calm, he was even starting to put out some great plays there. And I mean, and I want to quickly ask you. I mean, you had a phenomenal 1v5 clutch there, effectively. So, what like. You took it really calm and collected, and I mean, I can't really ask you what was going through your mind. I'm sure that plenty was, but I mean, just kind of run me through the situation for you.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate the way the two guys in mid died, because I wasn't in a position yet to go kill the AWP on under Ducky. But once I killed the AWP under Ducky, it was kind of like just auto drive. I knew there's going to be two archers, and I know at least one of them is going to be AWP and one of them was low. So I just kind of backed my aim and got lucky, and then and I knew the other guy was somewhere on site, I just couldn't find him. And then as soon as I planted, I just happened to look that way, and the last guy I luckily heard with good headsets, so I luckily heard him come that way. So my aim was pretty good, but I didn't overthink it too much.
Yeah, that was really well played by you. I mean, you go watch the replay. Honest, I was blown away.
Believe me, I'm going.
That was really well played. But other than that, yeah, do you have any last thoughts about the game? I mean, we got another semi-final matchup coming up soon. Oh, that was the last quarterfinal actually.
Yes, that's the last quarter. Yes. Our next game is against Auglers, and Auglers are looking really good as well. So we just have to make sure that our mindset's right, because we've got the skill, we've got the aim. It's just we need to make sure our mindsets are calm, and then we'll be fine.
Okay, awesome, man. Well, I wish you good luck going into the rest of the tournament. I'll probably be seeing a bit more of you and your team. Thank you for participating tonight, and yeah, really well played. I'm sure you can pat all your lads on the back, and yeah.
Hey, thanks so much, dude. Thanks for casting.
Pleasure, man. Enjoy the rest of the evening, eh?
Yeah, peace out, dude.
Cheers.
Sound muted.
And that is that. That was Sledge from the Krakenware side, captain there, doing a really great job there. Yeah, so Krakenware managing to come off as victors going into this matchup between RKTF. Managing to win the Dust 2 16-1. Dust 2 was the pick of RKTF. So RKTF were hoping to get a lead there on the Dust 2 pick, but Kraken really just came through and displayed some really strong CSGO. RKTF were doing pretty well going into the Inferno map. I must admit, things were looking up like really well for them going into the first half of the Inferno. And I mean, Inferno was the Kraken pick, so things were not looking too great in terms of being Kraken's pick. But RKTF were starting to bring out some brilliant plays. They were starting to really bring their teamwork together. Communication seemed to be on point, and they were making things work. But at the end of it, with some phenomenal hero plays and solo plays there by the Kraken boys, they just managed to close out the map in their favor. Unfortunate for RKTF, that will be the end of the tournament them. But so far they've had a really strong run. I believe they are missing a player. There are other circumstances surrounding that, so they didn't field their strongest team, but at the same time they put up a really strong fight. So I must congratulate them on making it thus far to the quarterfinals, and for putting up quite a good display of CS on the Inferno map. Dust 2 was a little unfortunate, but they played it to their best that they could. So I just want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to watch this game. It was set up in a last minute kind of thing, but we managed to make it work. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, that like button. Make sure to leave your thoughts and comments below on what you thought about that game and that matchup. Any improvements you think that we can be done with the streaming or with the casting, please leave us your thoughts. We do appreciate any feedback you have. And then finally, I just want to shout out again to our sponsors, Utini and Digital for Jesus. Both of these sponsors have really they've done a phenomenal job so far, and they keep doing a phenomenal job. Utini again for supplying us with game servers and TeamSpeak servers, also helping us get this tournament together, and then Digital for Jesus for helping us set up that website and helping us set up the competition, sponsoring the competition, prize money. And these guys are really, they're helping us make a change in the South African gaming community. So a really big thank you and shout out to those guys. And then yeah, thank you again to everyone that watched. The cast joining me tonight was ZK Whipp. I know I do a lot of the talking here, but he's just there to support me and make sure that if I ever do run out of breath, someone can come through and get some words rolling. Again, I hope you enjoyed the rest of the cast and the stream, and that will be all from me tonight. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May Eshcom not be on your door, and I will see you soon. Have a good one.
There was some sort of warp contact between somebody, I'm not sure exactly what, but up the hill at the moment, the Ferrari of Revo all over the back of Bant goes to the outside. There's going to be a drag race, and I think Electrician's going to get involved as well here. They're going to be 3 wide as they go up towards Lakecom. Electrician going between the two of them, they bang wheels, and Bant gets it at the moment. Revo trying to hang it around the outside. He has the inside for the left-hander, and he pushes Electrician off the track. Out of about 0.4 of a second, but he's not going to have it for long because Revo has the slipstream. He has the DRS. Going to be very close between the two of them. Bant covers the inside, Revo's to the outside. Electrician looking forward as well. Revo's done it.
Actually, let him slow down a little bit. I think we're still getting Bishop's still doing the good, getting his second kill onto Snich. With Clove suspecting 2 minutes was short, unfortunately going to get traded out. And one day going down with the Kraken. Russ going to get the kill onto Carito, and Void's now in a 1v4 situation. With a lot of Ria's boys looking at him. Going to get 2 kills onto the side of Ria's and into a 1v2 situation. So the player unfortunately does a big one.
There we go. Beautiful. There's literally come to life.
He's just going in. He's just going in now. It's like he decided, you know what, just whatever I can.
Like well played by this one.
The struggle making a connector here. But Ghostmaster is just getting at the, what is this, the third? Maybe going for the 4th and getting the 4K. What an awesome round from Ghostmaster.